Okay. What are our names?
You first.
Yeah,
Okay.
First one on the
My name is Kolba.
My name is Leah Ford.
I am Cory Buchanan.
I mean, Will.
Abby Badia.
And we are doing today's case on the United States versus Jones. And what happened was the government put a GPS tracking system on Jones's Jeep without him knowing. And they tracked him for 28 days and eventually indicted him for drug conspiracy charges. And this eventually got taken to the Supreme Court and concluded as it was improbable cause under the Fourth Amendment. So what do you guys think of that?
Well, looking at me.
Do we need to redo
I mean,
this?
No, chill.
I mean, so what I guess I think maybe the government should always have to have warrants on this kind of situation. It's basically really bad for our right to privacy and all that. That if we start allowing the government to just do that without warrants, what's the next thing they're going to take from us?
I think that our cars are very used on a day-to-day basis, and I feel like with them tracking our cars, it's our own privacy, because that does override like the Fourth Amendment. It also comes in with like our cell phones. We carry a lot of information on our cell phones. I mean, some of us have our pictures of our IDs, like different passwords that we have, and if they can just access that like with no warrant, then that violates our amendment of our Fourth Amendment and our rights. So I definitely do believe I go against the GPS on the cars and using that as evidence without having a warrant.
That's cool and all, but he went to jail. So like, he clearly did something wrong, and they did it for a reason.
Yes, but put yourself, if you were Jones, I'm not saying you would do that, but I'm saying if you were in his shoes and you are trying to not be in jail, obviously, you know what you did was wrong, whatever you do, but you're trying to like get out of it, you would want to have your lawyer use evidence and fight against that. Like, no, like it's just like police officer not reading your right amendments, like your, what are they called? Miranda rights. Like you could use that as to get out because they didn't read me my rights. So that's kind of like the same thing. Yeah.
If they knew he was guilty, like you're saying, like, because your argument is basically like, well, he did it anyways, he's guilty, he went to jail anyways. If they know that he's guilty, why not just do the extra step in process to confirm so there's no like argument where they can go back? Yeah, the extra step is to get a warrant. So if they had gotten a warrant where this argument of, oh, you violated my privacy, like, and now they gotta go back and like decide if they're gonna use that evidence or not, and if they're gonna dismiss it or not, you can like prevent all of that. And it's getting that warrant is another step where you're already proving probable cause, so it's just gonna make that case like better on your end. It's gonna make it look more guilty.
Makes it better, but when you already know the dude is guilty, getting a warrant is already hard on its own.
No, not if you know he's guilty. If you already have evidence and probable cause, it's not gonna be hard to get a warrant.
It's gonna take a while.
Also, 28 days and not to get a warrant for 28 days is extremely excessive. That's just laziness.
It's laziness?
Yes.
I don't think it takes
28 days, like a week, okay, like if you're just surveilling somebody, but 28 days, that's a lot. 24 hours, 28 days. It's a lot.
I think 28 days is a lot, but like when it comes to things like this, like with drug trafficking, you could eventually be trafficking drugs that kill somebody. So I think it's important to have probable cause and that but 28 days is excessive. Like let's say they did it for a couple days because they were trying to stop a death from happening, you know. But I think at that point, 28 days was
like there's like no
wild.
excuse to not get a warrant for that.
What if we could find like what if we could find like maybe like a middle ground or something along those lines, something like an expedited system, where the warrant would still be had even if you know they're guilty and all that, but we could find a faster and more efficient way just so you could get them off the street quicker and we could have the rights not being abridged from the individual. Is there something that y'all could come to an agreement on?
Normally there are judges like that are on call 24 hours, but it has to be something like an extreme circumstance.
Which I think this is an extreme
It could be, yeah.
I was gonna say, like with drug trafficking, especially if they're like hardcore drugs, like fentanyl is a big one that's trafficked, and that kills people like almost instantly.
Was he an American citizen? Do y'all know?
Yes,
He
United States versus Jones.
Yeah.
For real? No, I mean, it's in the United States, I mean. So, of course, but I didn't know, like.
Yeah. So he's got rights, so you can't just violate them. That's why this is
I mean,
gone up to the Supreme Court.
regardless, it's a federal court case. If I was that judge and I knew he had drugs, he's going to jail regardless. I don't care if they had a warrant or not. But I don't want to be a judge, so they
Well,
might
it's
hire
just,
me.
the issue is once you start on one case, it creates a really gray area on like lenience and what you start giving. Like,
I believe that.
you
But
know,
like,
we have to stick to our rules and our laws because stuff gets mixed really quickly. And once you start breaking laws or making excuses, we no longer have our rights or laws.
whenever they get to that specific law that you're talking about, that they're getting, that they're not using anymore, if that's how you say it, then that's when you should fight back. But right now, putting a GPS on somebody's car is not really that big of a deal, in my opinion. They already track your license plate. Like, you're driving down the street.
Because it's public road, and I agree on that, but I think 28 days for 24 hours is very excessive.
Wait, isn't that illegal anyways? Like, isn't that considered like stalking?
What,
If
license plate readers?
No, if you were to put trackers on people's car, because you also hear like stalkers and kidnappers do that to
Yeah.
their victims,
You
and they'll
can't
put
just
like
track
tags
people
on,
like going home,
and
like
it can be stalking charges.
Now you're calling people that are trying to save your life a stalker.
No. I was just putting in comparison for like a different case, like putting like if a stalker's trying to kidnap a woman that he met in a parking lot.
They're not kidnapping you.
No, but like
I know what you mean,
putting
I'm
a
just
tracker on
saying.
a car, period.
Yeah.
Like
I guess.
Like you're
it's-
gonna feel violated. Like there's a certain level there, like you're not gonna want it.
That's like saying, let me give you an example. They're looking for somebody. They found a guy. They're at his house, waiting for him to make his move. Would that be stalking for you?
no. I was just putting it in a different perspective of like a stalker putting a tracker.
I guess we could lead that to our other case that we had discussed, which was about cell phone history or like areas that you were currently residing in. There, I believe you had the case pulled up on it. If you want to tell us about the case.
Nah, you got it, man. You're a good speaker. You're better than me.
All right. Well, we had the Carpenter versus United States case where the Supreme Court had ruled that the Fourth Amendment protects historical cell site location information, finding that the government needs a warrant based on probable cause to access a person's location history. So is that also going too far, I guess, is it what we need to find out?
That's different.
Would you be willing to explain that in your own perspective?
You know, putting a GPS on somebody's car, that's one thing. It's not really that personal. That's just me, though. You can go. I wouldn't go through nobody's phone. I don't want to see nothing crazy.
It's not just going through someone's phone though. It's like where the cell services ping you at. They're sharing that location.
Yeah, that's different.
How is that different though? If they're tracking your car, where they're using to get
They're
places.
tracking. Cell phone. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's the same thing, but it's not at the same time. Like cell phone is just something different. That's a lot more personal. Like you could take your car to a HEB and then go somewhere else that's not at HEB with your phone. Does that make sense? Is it correlating?
I guess I can see what you're saying. It's more of a like precise location. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, cars are more generic. Like
I
your
feel
phone.
like it's just you both need a
every-
warrant, period.
Yeah.
To get into to track
It's
anything.
the same thing.
I feel like
People's
yes,
cars
it's
can be
probably
personal. Like
causes
some people live
serious-
in their cars. Like you use your car every
I mean, you
day.
even have your documents, like your insurance for your cars. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, some people leave some personal things, like debit cards, passports. I don't know.
Oh no, y'all need to be taking that stuff in.
No, I'm not saying I do, but I'm saying like
Girl.
some people
People
do,
do, though. Some
because
people-
some
Yeah.
people don't have a home to put in a safe, or their safe is their car or something in their trunk hidden. I don't know. Like who knows?
So
What's in
cars can
someone's
be
car.
very personal, just like cell phones. If you use it every day, multiple times a day, like
Yeah.
it's gonna show your pattern of what you're doing every day.
do y'all know how him being in this situation came about? Like how they started? Did they mention that?
They had a
Yeah.
conspiracy that he was trafficking drugs, so
I
they
mean, like,
put a tracker on him to see if it was true or not.
there has to be a more like specific answer for that.
I don't know. I
I
didn't
mean,
really.
you look it up, they probably had a report or a case or his name got brought up. So that was their way of looking into it. But as soon once they tracked him and got like the locations and pinpointed if drugs are used there or not, then you can arrest him, and if you find drugs on him, then it kind of solidifies that.
Here's my middle ground.
So I think they were just suspecting it.
Yeah, and they use that, like his location going to those drug places as like him being guilty proof.
I feel like if they know for sure, well, say he didn't get arrested and sent to jail, then that's where I would say, oh, I guess it's a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
The middle ground is like, I'm a bad talker. If they get in trouble, then they get in trouble. If they don't get in trouble, it's the cop's fault or the detective's fault.
So you'd be in support of like a liability clause?
Yeah, for sure. Big liability.
So would that be somewhere y'all be both willing to agree on?
Yeah, but how big of a liability?
Yeah, like
Does
what
he-
would that be like?
Does he lose his job?
Over a false,
That's serious.
thinking a false report? Or taking, like looking into a false
It ruins
clue?
people's lives.
Leads us to a question.
That's kind
That had to be a part 2.
Part 2.
TED Talk part 2.
Part 2.
I guess to conclude this, would y'all be willing to shake hands and agree to disagree?
Be friends again?
Yeah, be friends.
Of course not.
I will bring them back to TED Talk part 2.
Yeah, part 2 coming soon.
Well, I tried to get them to shake hands, so that's all I can give.
Okay.
Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
There's this, I have an officer as a